Oh, right. So, you can kind of see what's going on. The go live button, but it's done now. And I need to turn off. I'm just gonna wait till everybody gets here because I am definitely a little bit early. But that's okay. I've also got to pull up myself on my computer, otherwise I can't see all your comments. That's who I want, the live one. Excellent. Oh, hello everybody. Hi, I'm just pulling you up here because I'm doubling up. I hope that the quality is better today. I have turned off my Wi-Fi already. Hi, Tickle Pink. Okay, there we go. So I've moved you back so you can kind of half see my head. And we need the light. There we go. That's better. Hi, Shelley. So we're making whippersnappers today, by the way. So I've got two cut out. And how perfect is this? So this is my peacock color. And look at that. That is like a perfect match. I fluked that. And it's fine. And I'm doing brown stitching, so everything's going to be contrasting and awesome. Holy moly, there's lots of people here. Hello, Marion, Gloria, Kathy, Deborah, Linda, and Deborah. And I already said hello to Tickle Pink. So we're using, because it's a Western theme, I just had to use antique bronze. I can't help myself. It's like a thing in my brain. So we're doing antique bronze. I have done this cool like faux hide of vinyl I got from Spotlight. It is a bit thin, but it still works really well for whippersnappers and you don't have to interface it. And then I'm using waterproof canvas in black because I don't have teal. I'll just give it a little while longer because I am early. And I did warn you all what time I was going to be here. I also have with me my trusty Red Bull. Which, to be fair, I've only had like 2 mouthfuls out of all morning. Have any of you actually made a whippersnapper? I am curious if people make my patterns or just buy them. Oh, there's heaps more. Hello, everybody. Hi, Pascal and Cheryl. Hi, Mom. And Maxine and Lisa. Oh, there's heaps of people here. Wow, I've already got 43 people. That's pretty cool. Has anybody actually made a whippersnapper? I am curious. So a whippersnapper is the pattern we're doing today. It's the leg bag that I designed. It's my first ever pattern. And I designed it because I wanted one to ride my horse. That's pretty much why. I needed to carry my asthma puffer. And if you put it in your back pocket, you sit on it and it hurts. So I designed a whole bag just so I could go horse riding. Anyway, that's what we're making today. And we're making 2. So I've cut 2. That's okay, Tracy. You'll get there. Oh, my husband's home. I wonder if he wants to come and say hello. Hi, honey. Would you like to come and say hello to everybody?
Hello, everyone.
I think he's shy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Donna. Hi, Monique. I love whippersnappers. I love making them. They're pretty quick. You're right, hun?
Yeah.
So we're going to chain stitch. So I've made 2. I've cut 2. I haven't made them yet, obviously. That's why we're here. But I've cut 2 so that we can speed sew and chain stitch and all the good stuff. Everybody says hello, honey.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well.
He just come back from the gym. Right, I'm just sorting out my box. So I have these cool tubs. For anybody that doesn't know, I bought a thing and it's got 10 of these skinny tubs. So basically what I do is I put 1 project per tub so that they're always just here. And it makes it a little bit easier to do. But I also like to pull it apart and sort the pattern pieces out as well. So both of these are going to look a little bit different because one of the flaps got horses and one didn't because this was all on a fat quarter. Oh, so my lockdown only lasted like a couple of hours, but it also meant that I missed the post office. So anyone that ordered something from me, I will post it today, I promise. I just couldn't get there yesterday. I love Vixen. I made a Vixen the other day just because I felt like it. I'm on like a month break from wholesale orders, so I'm just making whatever I feel like making. And I tell you what, it's fun. Also, this is the new tabletop. For people that are in my Facebook group, you saw me recontacting it. I know it looks roughly the same, but sitting here, it's got like a cool purple tinge. It's actually car wrap vinyl, because I think I'm funny. And it actually kind of looks like the glow in the, you know when you buy glow in the dark stuff and it's that weird whitey green? That's actually what it looks like for the most part. And then you move around, it's got a cool purple tinge. I am a fan. I also stuffed it up, but you can't see, it's fine. So anyway, we're making 2 whippersnappers today. So I've got lots of double-sided taping to do. So I'm just using the same vinyl as the main body. And then the pocket's going to be fabric. And then the zipper accent piece is going to be peacock. This is the color peacock marine vinyl that I sell. Still on Tuesday, 6:30. Well, at least it's not super late. I believe UK is like at 10 or 11 o'clock or something at the moment. So you don't have to join my Facebook group, but I am very active in it. So if you want to know what's coming up, what I'm doing, when the times are, I highly suggest you join, but it's obviously not mandatory. And I will be doing a giveaway when I get to 10,000 subscribers. So if any of you are here and haven't subscribed, I'm usually not one to push it, but I'm not giving away stuff until I hit 10,000 because it's a cool number. 3:30 p.m. Tuesday. That's cool. I'm in the future. Future's got nothing exciting yet, guys. Same old, same old. Hi, Carol. I missed the part about the boxes. Can someone explain? Okay, so I've done a sewing room tour of my sewing room, which, by the way, I change all the time. But I've got, like, tubs. So I got this little stand, and it has a whole bunch of tubs. So it holds 10. There's 5 colors and 2 of each. So I will put one project, because I bulk cut and then I bulk sew. Otherwise, it's time-consuming. So I have 10 of these, and I tend to fill them, and then I can just sit here and sew one after the other when I'm not recording. This tub, because I'm doing speed sewing, that's actually got 2 whippersnappers in it, but I'm using the same color thread and hardware. I then also have a little bowl on my table that I put all my hardware in. And this one was from Spotlight, yeah. So it's got 10 skinny tubs, and then on the left it's got 5 thick tubs, and that's where I keep like my zippers and my webbing and all my rulers. And, you know, the bits you need for sewing. Like my flute cleaner. So that, I think it cost me like $100, which was a lot of money for a piece of plastic. But it has been super useful. So I think it was worth it for me because I sew so many projects all the time. So at the moment, I've got 5 full next to me. I've got 1 full of banana wench wallets. So again, if you're not in my Facebook group, the wench wallet is the new one I'm designing. So I've got 3 because I've already made one. Sorry. So I had 4 banana wench wallets and I'm down to 3. And then I've got half square triangles in another one because this is going to be a picnic rug when I've recorded the first bits. But I just need time to do the rest. And then the other 3 have clothes. So there's a green jacket that I really want to make. There is a leopard print, like, over bikini thing. And there's a black women's shirt with darts. I'm probably not going to record the black shirt because you won't see much. It's just all black. But the other two I'm going to record, so that's why they're still sitting there. I love rulers. I'm obsessed with templates lately. So every single one of my patterns, I have ordered templates in. Floozy showed up today. So I do actually plan on most likely recording another video today showing you how I use templates to cut like a whole set at once. I have to be organized because I don't have a huge space. Like, I know it looks pretty big, but considering I run a giant business out of here with supplies and sewing and everything else, it has to be organized. So I've got my personal vinyl separate from the vinyl I sell you guys so that you guys all get straight edges, but they literally sit next to each other. So if I wasn't organized, I would probably cut the wrong thing. Speaking of vinyl, I did order some more yesterday. I have got bubble gum, I think. I don't even remember what I ordered. I ordered Blue Lagoon, which is like that nice like turquoisey blue, not the peacock, more blue than this, but that lighter color. So I'm getting Blue Lagoon. I'm getting more yellow, so the canary, and two other colors. I think I got pink. I didn't get purple because they didn't have any in the warehouse, and I didn't want to wait because then we wouldn't have it for Sunday. And I got another color. I don't remember what it was. I don't know, but there's 4 colors. I don't sew with leather. I don't sew with leather either. I sew with vinyl. But Floozy can be made with all cotton, but the upcoming wench wallet, the inside has to be vinyl or cork because of the way the pockets are done. There is a similar pattern, it turns out, from Emmeline. It's obviously a bit different, like a lot different, but you can do the Emmeline, what's it called? Road tripping, something. She does hers all in fabric. So it's similar, but not the same. She's got like extra bits going on and stuff. But yeah, so the wench wallet can't be done in all cotton, but all of my other patterns can be. So you can literally pick any of the other patterns except the Scully wallets. And you can do all of those in all cotton. Because none of them have raw edges. Basically look for raw edges. If there's no raw edges, you can make it in cotton. I love my cart. It was the best decision I made. I know I haven't got any sewing yet. I have a lot of sticky taping to do. And I like to do all the straps at the start. I'm in the middle of reorganizing my sewing room. I am always reorganizing it because I come up with easier solutions to do stuff. Or, you know, like I've changed my cutting table 3 times. It started out as a kitchen table I got off the side of the road for free. And then it upgraded to the cubes with some white melamine pieces on top. And now it's a piece of like tongue and groove flooring that we cut in half because I needed it for the length so that I could cut everyone's waterproof canvas up. So mine just changes and progresses as I come across things that will work better. I don't really care about the brand of my double-sided tape. Sometimes I buy it from the reject shop. Sometimes I buy it from Spotlight. I actually personally find it all works pretty much the same. It's double-sided tape. It's either going to stick or it's not. I find that I have more issues with certain type of vinyls than others. But for me, it's all the same. I'm the same with my double-sided tape. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I buy the cheap one. Not even gonna lie. I go through so much double-sided tape. Like, I bought 6 50-meter rolls like a month and a half ago, and I'm down to 2. That's a lot of double-sided tape. So I just buy whatever's on sale or whatever is in front of me. I don't really mind. Hi, Laurie. All right, let's do some sewing. I am on stitch length 4 because I want to see my stitches. And I'm going to do 2 stitches and then go back through the first one. And did I warn you guys this is a speed sewing video? You use clover. There you go. So yeah, some people do find that some work better than others. I don't. Cutting on the floor is not all bad. I used to do that. It was just got annoying because every time you cut, you first have to like vacuum and make sure the floor is clean. Now, because this is a thinner vinyl, you'll notice I'm not turning around and going in the opposite direction like I normally do. That is because it will pucker. So I don't want that. So I'm just going to chain stitch all of one side and then go back and do the other side. I'm also checking on the stitches because I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of thread soon. There it goes. I knew it was coming. That's why you look for it. No choice right now until I get hubby to give me the garage. See, I wouldn't want the garage. The garage does not have heating and cooling. Therefore, no good. For me, like right now, it's nice and warm in here. I'm really enjoying it. Okay. I'm going to go back to where we left off. And I'm going to go back through the first 3 stitches. And continue. And I'm going to trim these off because they're going to annoy me. I have never really had a gumming up of the needle problem. I have had a it's too thick and I shouldn't be sewing it problem. Alright, now, to make sure that I still sew top to bottom, I'm actually not going to cut the jump stitches. I'm literally just going to sew again and make like a loop. And that way, I can't get it wrong. Get back to the end, back stitch, and then just jump straight to the next one. See that? Now I don't have to think about which way was the top. And back stitch, jump to the next one. And this is the last one. How easy was that? Message is how I don't forget. Apparently it holds some of the thingies. It's definitely worth it. I picked it up with curiosity. Whee! Look at that, all straps done. So there's one longer strap and one shorter strap because obviously your leg is not the same circumference as your hips. Alright, they're all done. I'm going to attach them with rivets, so we're just going to put them aside now. And now we're going to move on to other bits. So I'm going to go back to joining stitch length. So this was 1 fat quarter, and I actually managed to get 2 of the whippersnappers and 1 of the winch wallets out of a fat quarter. I don't usually buy fat quarters. That one was actually given to me because, I don't know, apparently I'm a horse nut. Funny about that. like storms. Storms are fun. Sometimes they don't last forever. I'm just going to sew all of these bits together because it's easier. I'm just using 1/4 inch seam allowance. By the way, if none of you have bought one of those cool plates that has all of the markings on them, I highly recommend that you do. I got mine on eBay and I think it was like, I don't know, $8 delivered. I don't know. It was cheap. It's just a generic one. Absolute game changer. I am a huge fan. Kind of. It's a leg bag. So it straps around your leg. I can't... Hey, honey, can you do me a favour? Can you go in that cupboard and grab out a Whippersnapper? I'll get hubby to grab me one. Bottom shelf, left side rack.
You want to bring the rack over?
No, I just want one of the Whippersnappers so I can show everyone because some people don't know what we're making.
Okay.
Thanks, honey.
Alright, here you go.
Okay, love you.
Love you too, sweetheart.
Bye. No kisses? You don't want to go on camera?
No, no.
Come here. Here you go. Now you're not on camera.
Sweet, thank you.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you. Right. That was adorable. Isn't he adorable?
No.
Everybody says thank you for getting that for me too.
What?
The Whippersnapper.
Oh, okay.
So this is the end product, and what it does is, let me put it on with my fluffy pants. He is adorable. Ugh, I know he is. Right, so it goes around your waist, and because we're using 1-inch straps, it will go through your belt loops. So when I'm horse riding, I'll put it through 2 or 3 belt loops, and then this one straps around your leg. So it's a hip bag. So you get like the top bit with a section there, and then you've got a zipper pocket that goes pretty much the full length. So this is what a Whippersnapper is. They're great for people. I would recommend buying one. Would be people that take their dog for a walk so that you don't have a bag flopping around. Horse riding or like mountain climbing or hiking or whatever. Because your hand's free and it doesn't flop because of this. And they're fully adjustable so you can put them wherever. I can show you a close-up of the plate, but not right now because you're on a stand plugged in so that we don't run out of battery. Like, there's just a lot going on my phone at the moment. But I can show you the plate. If you're in my group, I can take a photo and add a link and stuff. But yeah, I love my Whippersnapper. So that's what we're making, but I'm doing like this cool print. I've also made a few that are all vinyl. So for people that are horse riding, like my personal one is all vinyl, because then you can just wipe it clean if it gets dirty. I mean, you can also Scotch guard this, but you get the idea. I actually also wear it when I'm on the back of hubby's bike. You are correct. Bike riding is another thing, which is also why I'm using the 201 press studs, because on a motorbike, doing 100 k's an hour, or however fast people go, the magnetic snaps aren't they don't hold enough. So you need the snaps, which are like what they put on vests and stuff. Oh, thank you. This is one of the shirts I made ages ago. It's a $2 Kmart shirt and some HTV. Now I'm going to have to make one for myself. It's amazing. Like, crossbody bags are good and all, but they flop around, especially on a bike and on a horse, and when you're doing stuff. So, like, I'm currently carrying around my floozy bag, and it's cool and all, but it does flap. And it does kind of a little bit annoy me. Not even gonna lie. Whereas this, when I'm, like, it'll carry stuff. I've got a carabiner on my keys that I usually clip to the D-rings on the side of my floozy. But when I'm wearing my hip bag, I just clip it into one of the grommets. And I have done a video on this pattern. If you don't like grommets or if you don't have the grommet tools, I totally understand. I get it. So I've done a hack where I use D-rings instead. Because I hack my own patterns. It's fine. Alright. So, turn through. Time for top stitching. So I always top stitch at 1/8 of an inch, but if you're new to top stitching, 1/4 of an inch is a good place to start because it's a little bit easier. But it still gets you used to top stitching, and then you can just gradually move closer to the edge. Oh, just hear that? I don't know, created something. My machine really does not like back stitching. I should really get it serviced. There's nowhere around here. Like, I have to drive an hour in any direction. And then they'll probably have my machine for a week, which means, you know, I can't sew. That's okay, Tammy. You are still quite early because I'm not even halfway through. We've got ages. I deliberately did 2, so we've got like a longer thing. So people that are early and late and stuff, you'll still see plenty, I promise. So these take me about an hour, I think, or thereabouts to make. Hi, Renee. So they're pretty quick, I think. Okay. We now need a ruler and a friction pen, or if you're using a dark color, use a Chaco pen instead, which is like a chalk wheel pen. Hi, Karina. Oh. So I'm now marking the sides. Oh wait, that was the wrong mark. Whoopsies. That's okay. It rubs off. That's why we do these things. I was doing the mark for a different bag. Look at my brain go. It's fine. So my lining fabric is my waterproof canvas because if you put dog treats or horse treats in the front pocket, it's easier to wipe clean. So all my, well, not all, but pretty much all of my whippersnappers, I put the waterproof canvas in so that it's easier to clean. Because I put licorice in my front pocket for my horse because my horse is a licorice fiend. He gets quite cranky if I don't give him some. It's his treat if he actually listens. Loves it. And he can smell it in my pocket. So if he knows when I walk up and I'm wearing the leg bag, he sniffs it because he can smell the licorice. I'm trying to move into only using waterproof canvas for all of my linings and all of my things. Or like 90% of my things. But I have bought a lot of fabric that was a print designed for a lining. Like it's not fancy enough to be a main outer. So I'm also trying to work through all of them. And yes, I could sell them. But I bought them to use and I should use them. Okay. My finger is really sore. It doesn't look gross anymore, so that's exciting. But turning through a bag, I can't really use this hand because it hurts. It's not weeping or anything gross, which is why there's no Band-Aid on it. But it hurts a lot. Like a lot. Yeah, so the waterproof canvas is good if you're riding in the rain. It's also just good if, like, horses are dirty. You go out to the horse, you get dirty. It's like a thing. So you can just wipe them clean. Alright, so I'm going to find a center. Punch a hole. And then do this one. You know what weight it is? Yeah, it's about 300 or 310 or something like that. It's not the 600 that you get in America. It's not Ottertex. I've also looked into getting Ottertex because everybody keeps asking me. I can't really find where to get it. Watching one of my tutorials on YouTube, and this is live on my iPad. Are you watching the same thing? Because that would amuse me. I've not come across the waterproof canvas you use here in the States. Yeah. I don't... Because this is my business, the one thing I won't do is give out my suppliers. And I know that frustrates a lot of people, but you don't walk in a spotlight and go, hey, where do you get your stuff? So on that principle, the only thing I won't tell you is my suppliers. I literally tell you everything else about my sewing life. Ugh. Since your husband's in the service, have you lived all over? So I have only been with him like 6-ish years. 7, 6, I don't even know. Isn't that bad? But we've only lived in 2 spots. So we've lived here and we've lived in Townsville, but we are moving at the end of the year. So we could end up pretty much anywhere. We're aiming for Brisbane or Townsville, somewhere warm, because my asthma's crap down here. Sugar and spice bag. I really like that bag. I've made it a couple of times now. I did a video for the sew along group that she has, but I don't know. It deleted itself. I swear I didn't do it. Oh, thanks, Mum. Oh, no. See, this is why I don't wear my watch in videos. My husband was commenting why I don't wear my very expensive watch, because when somebody rings on my phone, my watch starts going off. And it's supposed to be on silent, so I'm not sure what happened there. Hi, Sue. Alright, so that's that side on. Now we're going to do this side, and I forgot to punch the holes. Ooh. Hi. Alright. Punching holes. If you're a business, I really do recommend getting 2 of these. I know it's a big cost. They're not cheap. But it's amazing how much quicker I get stuff done because I don't have to constantly change these out. I mean, I am going to have to change them out again, but I'll change both of them because I've still got to punch the holes later. Now, I'm using my fancy looking ones for this. I actually realized I forgot to buy like the bronze standard ones. So these are 201 snaps. And you can get the, what are they called? Oh, and see, they look pretty. I'm so tired I could easily go back to bed. I have seen, so my supplier of vinyl also has a different style waterproof canvas where it's kind of more rubbery and shiny on the back, but it's expensive to buy. So that's why I don't do it, because I don't think any of you would want to pay what it is. And that's not me being judgy. It's expensive. It's expensive for me to get wholesale. So that's why I only have the type that I have. I also like that it's thin. I like the thinness of it. Makes it pliable and easy, but it's still waterproof. And I'm still getting the same result, but just less bulky, which means less weight. I've waited till Green Beads had the cam press for half price. That's very clever. I would have probably done that too. Alright, you know what I forgot to do off camera? Put my logo on. I'm trying to decide if I can deal with the embroidery machine noise while I'm doing a live. So I'm just folding this in half and finding the center. And I'm looking here because this is where I can see your conversations. My phone's too far away to see them there. It's the curse of trying to get half my head and my machine in. I get packages here almost every day. Like, it's insane. But I have almost mastered the art of never running out of stock of most things on my website. So I actually restock almost every day. You guys just don't know about it, because if there's some in stock, I will just add the rest to it and you'll never know. It's not necessarily that it was a slow thingy. It's just I'm actually onto it for a change. That's 2 strikes. You forgot on the video yesterday. What did I forget on the video? Ah, my logo. Well, no, I didn't actually forget that. I decided I didn't want to put bag feet on that bag, and I always stick my logo on the bottom. So I didn't forget yesterday. I actively chose not to. Today I forgot. Oh. But it's fine. It's fine. Right, now because I'm on black, I'm going to use my Chaka pen. I love these. I'd love to get my own brand of them where it's got my logo and it's green. It is so something I would do. Because I'm childish. I don't know if you've noticed, but I actually have green in my hair at the moment. It's subtle though. I'm almost disappointed it's subtle. I actually didn't come up with this. Billy 50 did it. Billy 50 did it first. And I went, oh my God, can I steal that? And she's like, hell yes. And then she got me onto her digitizer, who then digitized my logo for me. See, I was semi-prepared. I've got the tearaway stabilizer ready. I feel like that counts for something. I know, I'm doing the logo, guys. So it takes about 5 minutes to stitch out, so I'm sorry for the noise, but I want my logo. I think it's going to look fabulous. I'm also a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to embroidery thread. This is my box of green. And that is pretty close. It's not actually going to touch it anyway, so we're going to use that color. I actually have a tub like this for all the colors. I got them really, really cheap on like clearance. So these are all 200 meter spools and I got them very cheap. So I bought them all because I had to buy all of them if I got them that cheap. And then now I'm just trying to get through them. So my mission in life is to get through them by the end of the year, which is obviously not going to happen. But if I could get all the colors down to one box, that would be amazing. So the way I do this, for anyone that's interested, if you've got an embroidery machine and are thinking about doing this, I put the crisscross, or the crosshairs, or whatever, I call it crisscross, on the frame. I have a brother. It's a domestic machine. It does both sewing and embroidery. I just never use it for sewing. It's permanently set up with embroidery. And it is a Quattro 2 Innovus 6700D. That's what it's called. Right, then I'm going to put crosshairs here. and then I'm just going to match them up. So Billy 50 is back, ladies and, well, back-ish. So she's turned her website back on, but she's still not 100%. So don't expect her to necessarily answer your messages straight away. She's still not well, but she was copying a lot of message saying, when are you back? So she's turned her website back on, so you can go and purchase her patterns now. If you've got questions that you think I can answer, just ask me. It's fine. I'm happy to answer them for you. I'm pretty sure I've made all her patterns anyway. Hi, Barbara. But yeah, so Billy 50's back. I will answer all like pattern related questions if you get stuck on something. But her website is back on, so you can go and order all the patterns with the videos that I've done. She also doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to see if I can convince her to come to my sewing thingo workshop, because I thought that would be really cool. Right, so me and my double-sided tape again. I've made sure the double-sided tape is not where I'm going to stitch, and then I've double-sided taped this on. So I'm floating this, otherwise you wreck the vinyl with the hoop. So I float it and double-sided tape it, and I've just stuck it to the wrong one. Oh my god, idiot. That was silly. I stuck it to the front, not the back. We need it on the back, people. Not that it would have mattered really, but it's got the chalk lines already. This is what happens when I talk, see? But yeah, so Billy 50 is back-ish. Her website's on, so you can go purchase patterns. You know what? It probably doesn't matter. I'll just use this one. So I fold it back, I look at the crosshairs, I'm going to line it up, and then I'm going to shove it in the machine. You can save limited amounts of designs to the machine, so my logo is actually built in now to the machine. Where did I throw that? And I just dropped the thread I'm going to use. Ouch. Right. In we go. My embroidery machine is super cool. It has an automatic needle threader. You just push a button and it does it. The reason I don't do a lot of videos on it is because I can't imagine you want to listen to the noise all the time. And every time I do a video with a song, I get flagged for trying to steal their video. So, ow, what happened? Oh, I think this machine needs a service too. It keeps telling me it's unthreaded when it's not. It's very, very frustrating. Oh, so I'm doing a workshop. I got more things for it the other day, actually, which was quite exciting. So I'm going to do a workshop where you come and with me, we're going to make something. So the first one's going to be a floozy. So I will supply everything, pretty much, unless you want to bring like a custom fabric for the front pocket, which you are welcome to do, or a fun fabric for the inside instead of using waterproof canvas. I will supply everything. And I will be doing a workshop. So if you pay, you come, you learn to sew it with me in my house. I've done quite a lot of the list of things that I have to do before I can run it. One of the big thing was I had to go and get chairs. And I know that sounds weird, but I needed chairs that I can sanitize and that I know are super sturdy. So I've bought 10 solid wooden chairs because then I can spray and wipe them and disinfect them. And that was a big thing. That was a big part of it. I've got the chairs now. My dad found me 2 and then I found 8. But there's only 8 places at the workshop because I don't want to overfill it because then you can't get enough one-on-one time, which is the whole reason you're coming, so I can teach you how to sew. So that's what the workshop is. So I've got to find time to finish getting all my ducks in a row and get it done. Back stitch. Trim our tails. have virtual people. I could probably attempt to run a virtual workshop, but I'd need to research into what I have to do. But that would potentially be fun. So we could do like a, I don't know, a sew-along where I'm not sewing. But I feel like that's kind of what I do here. Like, I pretty much record everything I'm doing. Very rarely do I chop stuff out. So you can literally just sew along with me. But you just can't ask questions unless it's alive. But this one's alive, so I don't know. I also, theoretically next year, depending on where I move, I'm going to start doing subscription boxes. So the pattern that's coming out that month, you will get early and with stuff in the box. My problem that I'm mentally having with doing these is what fabrics to put in the box, right? Because we all know I love skulls and horses and crazy stuff. But not everybody likes that, which means I would be then excluding those people. Or I could do generic stuff, but that's just not as fun. So I'm toying with the idea of a subscription box. So you would get my pattern a month early. It'd be like bag of the month. You get it early, but you'll also get all the stuff in a box. That's what I'm toying with. Would it be better to rent a hall? I did think this, but then I've got to up the price and I have to cart all of my stuff there. And I thought about this. So I can rent the hall on base. They've actually given me permission. But to do that, you have to pay them the money, whereas I have Afterpay on my website. So that was an option. And then I could have it in town at Seymour. And then she's going to charge for the space. But if I'm going to have it at her place, I may as well have it here. I don't know. We wrote a list of pros and cons. Turns out my house was the best option because then there's like all the hardware and everything here. Hi, Kamala. My website is seamslegit.com.au. So yeah, I've been toying with quite a few options and things to do. And then, before Billy 50 got sick, we were actually going to do our own bag of the month club where we'd all do patterns and stuff. But we've put that on the back burner for obvious reasons. Right, little tip. When you're trying to do this top stitching on the pocket, clip the pocket together. It makes it so much easier. It doesn't move around as much. And I'm going to do 2 stitches because I think it's going to look fancy. And that's just who I am. See? How cool does that look? Except for the chalk dust. Just ignore that bit. I am going to definitely do the workshop. I've started buying all the stuff for it. I promise it is coming. I just can't tell you what day it's coming. Pre-COVID, we had a sewing retreat. That's cool. I don't think I am organised enough to organise a whole sewing retreat. I would go to one if somebody wanted to be like a guest speaker, but actually organising one, I've never been that organised. I know you guys think I'm super organised, and in certain areas I truly am, but organising like a house and then the food and all that other stuff is just not in my wheelhouse of things I'm good at. I was totally going to get my boxes made, probably like in China or whatever, and they're going to come and they're going to be green because that's who I am. I'm that childish. They have to be a green box with my logo. So So you get a physical and digital copy of my pattern in the workshop. So I actually ordered, and I can show you this because it made me very happy. So these came the other day. So I'm one step closer. I ordered USBs with my logo on them. You can't really see it, hang on. There we go. It's got my logo on it. Ha! So I ordered 9, one for me and then one for all the people for the workshop. So that came, so that's a big part of what I needed. I need to go and print out the stuff. I'm actually probably halfway ready to do it. I'm getting there. It's a process, like everything. Oh, it finished. Yay! So, logo, and because it's tearaway, you just tear it off. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with acrylic template. I'm obsessed with my tassel template. Like, proper. I want to put tassels on everything, and then I remember not everybody likes tassels. I actually need to order more tassel caps. That's a very good point. You guys are loving them lately. I might do that when I get off here. But we're going to be here for a while because I've still got heaps to go. So after I have done the logo, you have to peel off the double-sided tape. It's the only downside to doing it this way because sometimes the tape doesn't want to come off easily and it like shreds into little skinny bits. But that is still super cool. And it's subtle. I put my logo on the back and the bottom because not everybody likes a big brand logo right in their face. So I used to do like metal tags and I used to put them front and center. And I found a couple of things. One, people pulled them out of the bag, or they'd fall out, or they'd catch on stuff, which was not ideal. Two, I found that I had to buy them in all the hardware colors because you don't want things that don't match. So that was another thing. And three, not everybody, like on this, you don't want to put a logo right over the horse, which is where it would go. So that's why I switched from metal tags to embroidered ones. That, and this costs me, I don't know, 10 cents to do, maybe, if you're lucky. Whereas the other ones, the bag tags, I had to buy 300 at a time for them to cost me $310. And so then to do all the hardware colors, suddenly you're at like $1,200 for bag tags. So this is a cost-effective way that's still cool, and all you need to do is change your embroidery color. So I have obviously matched the turquoisey color in this, but I could also instead just have the 6 hardware colors and do the logo in the hardware color as like an alternative. So that still works as well. You can find digitizers that digitize logos. You can pay people to do it. They are experts. I did not do my own. Not even gonna lie. I am not graphically good. That's why my patterns sometimes take so long to draw up, because even like simple shapes, I really struggle. It's not my strong point. And I know that. So I just pay others to do it. So digitizing, for example. Part of me really, really, really wants to buy the $1,000 like all-out package so I can digitize. But I don't, because A, I'd need to find time to learn it. B, I get sidetracked digitizing instead of doing patterns. And C, it's not really where my passion lies. Digital design is not what I love. I love sewing. And the other problem is what if I get addicted to digitizing? Then I'd stop sewing. And then you'd all be sad. I'd stop doing videos because I'm too busy digitizing. Or the worst option is it would be a fad and I'd spend $1,000 on the program and then be over it in like 2 months. And that's just a waste of money. So I just leave it up to the professionals. There's a website called Fiverr, and you can actually go on there and send them a picture and they will digitize it in like 2 days. You get 48 hours and it's done. And you pay like, I don't know, I think my logo was $11 Australian to get digitized. And I didn't have to do anything. I could then do videos on digitizing. I should do more videos on all the other machines that are in my house. But I like my green machine. It makes me happy. I've actually worked out why I don't use my cylinder arm as much as I should. The table is the same height as this table, but the machine sits on top of it, so it's too high. So I'm going to either get hubby or a professional, either way, to lower my table so that my machine sits at the same height as this, and then I'll like to use it more. So there was a free digitizing thing called Sophie Sew, and that was actually pretty cool. I got the hang of that pretty quick, but if you click the wrong button, it crashes and you lose everything, and that really annoyed me, so I gave up. But I have digitized a few things with that in the past, like an alien head and a smiley face and stuff. I did get one done so I could have it on the bag and make it for myself, but not sure the digitized logo is done properly. That's why they give you on the Fiverr thing, you get to stitch it out and then see if you're happy, and then we'll fix it if you're not. Which I like that. I like that option. Alright, I forgot to stitch the other side. Well, I didn't forget. I got sidetracked doing that. But I do love a good digitized logo, and mine's only 2 inches. So it fits on everything. You don't want it too big. I like that mine's in a circle. You could also do like, I don't know, if you were called Queen Bee, you'd do it in a hexagon. The edges, like the circle around the edge, I think just makes it feel more logo-ish, and I like that. But you could do whatever. But yeah, no, I love the fact that I've switched to a digital, like an embroidered logo. I never run out of tags because I just stick another one. Like, I can just pop down the street and buy a new color if I need, which, trust me, I do not need. I keep reaching down because I usually put the stuff on the table that my laptop is on, so it makes it a little bit more tricky. So for those that don't want an industrial machine like this, you still want to take it around, semi-industrial is a great option. Now, I know a lot of people love Juki. I actually don't know that much about them. I hear that they're like top of the line and whatever, but this was $500 second hand or third or who knows on Buy Swap and Sell, and it's kick and go. It's just heavy, very, very heavy. But you get what suits you when it comes to machines. Lots of people ask me, what machine should I get? And the official answer is, what suits you? Do you have a space you can have it permanently set up like this? Do you only sew bags? Do you want to sew like softer furnishings and clothing and stuff? So the machine that is best for you is actually subjective because it depends on what you want to do. And I can't give you that official answer because I don't know. We're going to do the 2 stitches on this one too because I just think it looks cool. Are you going to post this after? I thought about making one for me, but I'm not sure of the name on it. I had mine made into brass stamp. See, that's cool too. A brass stamp would be fun and you can just stamp it into stuff. Ta-da! It's the second one. I did think about getting like squares of leather and having a stamp for small wallet stuff. I'm still not sold on what I want to do with the smaller stuff. I don't know. Alright. take our pockets. I don't know why I didn't just cut this on the fold. That's what I should have done. I should alter the pattern. The reason I didn't do it is because if you're not using waterproof canvas, you want it directional. Alright, zipper swatch. I love this thing. It's also the wrong one. Hold that thought. I've left something over there. I need to grab it to do this. I'm now just behind you, which I know feels weird, but it's fine. Right, so my template for, like my acrylic template is what I actually use to do the lines, because that is exactly what you've cut out, so that's exactly what size you need your zipper thing to be. So I just use the template. Problem solved. Ta-da! And my new latest obsession, everybody, is don't sew the short ends. I'm recently obsessed with it. So when we're stitching, we're just going to do the two long bits and not do all the way around. I'm finding it much quicker to turn. But yeah, so I use the Whippersnapper template for the overlay to do this bit. I'm watching your angles so you can understand stamping. You can get stamping kits from Spotlight. I know they sell them. If you want like the letters, you can get custom one done on eBay and Etsy. They both do them. Really just depends on the look that you want. I like the embroidered logo look. Some people like the metal tag look. Some people just like to stamp it. Some people, you know what you can do? You can actually use like a scan and cut Cricut and cut HTV, so heat transfer vinyl, and then do that. Do you find not sewing the shirt ends, it turns out better? The short ends? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And the other one has finished stitching. So me and all my rulers, I'll tell you what, this is just, I don't know. I find that potentially I'm quite lazy doing it this way, but this is just how I do it, and it works for me. How wide's this? I don't even remember. So there's the middle. So there's the ends. You line it up like that. Lay it down. Grab two Wonder Clips from Scully and clip it on. And the clips hold it in place so it doesn't twist. And voila. Right. So I'm just going to stitch the long ends. I'm going to stitch and back stitch. Over we go. Back stitch. Then I'm going to swivel it all the way around and do what's called a jump stitch and come straight to the other side. And preferably not knock Scully off. And back stitch. And then we're going to do the same thing where we triangle out the corners, and you need to cut this jump stitch on both sides and all your tails. Always trim your tails and always do a back stitch. Hi Lisa, you are very welcome. I will stop doing videos when you guys stop watching them. That's how that goes. I have an almost infinite number of videos still to go. I think there's still 100 in my computer, not to mention all the ones that are coming out and all the future ones and all the ones that I make. And then all the clothes that I still want to make. I still really need to get onto that dress with the fabulous sleeves. Tomorrow, if all goes to plan, because I've got a Mother's Day thing at the daycare tomorrow. So if I get motivated after this and I go and cut it out, tomorrow I'm going to do Goddess of the Sea by Needle and Anchor. It is the next one I want to do. And I'm hoping if I do it all today, like prep it all today, because I want to do embroidery on one half. If I do it all today, then I can record it in the morning before I go to the lunch. You always use an editing program. I do, but I don't do a lot of editing. Basically, there's only ever a slide when I've paused the camera. And I have to flip it so that I'm not backwards. Like right now, to you, I'm pretty sure I look backwards because, I don't know, it flips it, which is super annoying. And I use something called U-Cut in my phone because I'm not actually good at editing. So what it does is it basically just syncs all the little bits together and I can change the order if I want to. You can add music and stuff, but I don't because then I get flagged for the music that I'm using. And then you couldn't hear me ramble if I put music on it. I'm not mirrored now. Well, that's good. Because it really annoys me when it mirrors me. It really annoys me. So this is obviously not edited because it's streaming live. I have seen some really cool people that do live videos and they have multiple cameras and they change angles. That looks really cool, but I promise you right now, it's probably never going to happen with me because I don't know how to do it. I also don't have that many cameras. I'm not that tech fancy. So, if that's what you're hoping for one day, unless someone physically comes here and teaches me, it's never going to happen. Alright, so I'm sticking this to the edge of the folds that I've done. Like that. With double-sided tape. How cool does that look? Yes. And it needs... YOU cut. Hi, Melissa. So yeah, that's the editing program I use. I'm also cranking up my decorative stitch length right now for those that are following on with the sewing part of this video. And then I'm pulling the zipper pocket out of the way. Now, I know I probably should have done this with a facing instead, but I'm lazy and I don't want it. You can do a facing and stitch it. I've done it in other videos. I think Needle and Anchor do facings in their patterns. So for the most part, I do try and follow along with a pattern. Also, most of the time when I'm doing a video, it's the first time I've ever made it. So when I do other people's patterns, it's usually the first time I've made it, which is why sometimes I need the instructions because I don't know what's going on. Half the time I don't even pre-read them. We just go along with it and it's fine. Sugar and spice bag yesterday. I am fairly sure that I sewed that a different way to what the pattern says. I remembered afterwards, but whatever, it's fine. Do I want... I don't think I want that one. I think I want either a brown or a cream. What colour zip do you reckon? I don't know. You tell me what colour zip while I go sew the other one. Tori, you should show us how you do a video. I don't know how to show you because I use my phone to record and then I use my phone to edit. So I can't edit and record and show you. Does that make sense? I don't know how to do it if you can. Cream or red? That's also why probably my videos are very raw, because I don't know how to edit. And that's a whole other skill that I need to go and learn. Every time I need to learn a new skill, I don't use the mic, it's just the mic in my phone. We do have a, what's it called? What are they called? The body cams. The ones that are waterproof and stuff. We have one of them somewhere. I got it for hubby so we could use it on the bike. But I've never used it. I can't think of the word. What are they called? What are those cameras? Yeah. They're like really popular with, you know, motorbike people, and they've got like chest thing. GoPro, thank you. I was having a mental blank. I had no idea what it was called. Right, GoPros. Thank you. I'll stop rambling about that now. We have a GoPro. I could potentially use that, but then I have to download it to my computer and find a new editing program for my computer. And I don't know, you guys seem to like, most people, not all, some of you put comments about how my videos are too long, but some of you like the full length because then you can sew along. Yeah, I will check my red zippers in a minute. I did have wine. I don't know if I've got any in my tub. This is my tub of zippers. So when I buy zippers for my website, I keep all the dodgy bits, all the bits that don't make up 3 meters. So I end up with this nightmare. Isn't that fun? I've got cream. I'd like the wine red. Ooh, or I've got wine red. There you go. You guys pick. But yeah, this is my thing of zips. I have actually done like a mini video on how I look after my zips. As such, I don't really look after them, but I fold them up so that they all fit in a tub. So this is the big half of that tub, by the way. So this is the big drawer. So you get 5 of these and 10 of the mini ones for here, those that were here earlier. I mean, if we can't decide, if we can't all unanimously decide, I can put 1 on each. We've got 2. We can also get to that point. It's fine. Oh no, I ran out of bobbin thread. That's annoying. Luckily, I prepared for this. Here's a third one. My videos usually go for like 2 hours. That's longer than some movies. I think they're quite long, but to edit it out, I might edit out a useful sentence, and I don't want to do an over, like I don't want to talk over them because that's weird. I like to just be in the moment a little bit. Don't mess with me. But yeah, so I don't plan on making shorter ones. That's what sewing candy videos are for. So that's like mini tidbits of information. That's why I've created them. And I do them as I come up with stuff to do. So there's no, I don't have a schedule for anything when it comes to the videos. I wake up one morning and I go, let's make this. And that's literally what I do. I'm a little bit more freeform. Like I don't have a schedule because I try that. I tell you guys, hey, I'm going to make these videos this week. And then either something happens or I get sidetracked with a different one or whatever. So I don't do that so much anymore. I'm more freeform because I change my mind a lot. Yeah, you never know what's going to come out of my mouth when it comes to random things I haven't realized I've never told you. So, like today, I don't know what's coming out of my mouth. I had no idea I was going to spend 10 minutes talking about embroidery programs. Whatever. It's cool. Make sure you cut the jump stitches on the ends, otherwise they'll annoy you. I also don't really have time to watch other people's YouTube tutorials. So for the most part, I don't know what the others are up to. I don't go check what bags they've done. I don't know. We're all individuals. If we all make the same bag in a week, so be it. But I don't check. I'm literally just here doing whatever I'm doing. Sometimes I'm behind in patterns. Sometimes pattern designers contact me and ask me to do their patterns for the release. I am happy to do that. But again, that means I'm changing schedules, which is why I don't tell you about it anymore. I don't have any turquoise left. So I've only got those 2 colors. So I can put it up against it if that's a helpful thing. And it's going in the zipper part. I know it's not a big deal, but it's one of those things. So I've got, on my computer, I've got called what's So What Pro. When I bought it, it was like 65 American dollars. And you can do simple editing in it. You can't create a design, but I can delete stitches. I can put borders on things. I can like merge designs, so I can use I've got like a million fonts, so you can bring them all into the same thing and create stuff. You can create stuff by joining existing patterns with So What Pro. What you can't do is digitize. And I did buy the So Art when I first got my machine, because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to digitize. I don't like So Art. I'm just going to tell you straight, I don't like it. I don't think, it doesn't digitize the way like a bought one does. And if it does, I don't know how to do it. There's support groups for all the different embroidery programs and stuff. And people are usually pretty friendly and helpful. Oh, I'm definitely my own person. If I don't like something, I'm going to outright tell you I don't like it. I don't get endorsed by anybody to say anything that I say. Nobody pays me to go, I love viscose scissors. I just do. They are awesome. But I also love my Class A scissors for cutting vinyl. Everything has its place, but nobody pays me to say it. So if it's coming out of my mouth, it's my opinion. It may not be your opinion. That is fine. We're allowed to have different opinions. But yeah, I'll just say what I think. And you can take my advice with a grain of salt. I really don't mind. Like the corners. Cream looks better against the blue. We can't decide. I'm going to do one each because you all can't decide. We're going to do one cream zipper and we're going to do one wine colored zipper. Literally, it just keeps popping up. Red wine, red wine, red wine. So it's fine. We will do one of each. That's why I've made two. And then they'll also look that little bit distinctively different. And people can decide what they want. I'm not mad by this decision at all. I couldn't decide, that's why I'm making you do it. If you guys can't decide, and they both look good, we'll do both. We're still going to be here for a while, by the way, guys. I still have to put grommets in, sew it all together. Love the long videos. That's good. Learning days are good. It's good to learn new skills, just as long as they're relevant to what's going on. So I don't smoke, but I always have a cigarette lighter literally sitting in the little tray of my sewing machine. I used to watch, what was that? 10 different people sewing. Ah, that's awesome. I was not kicked off the subscribe group. Who's your other person you love? Just out of curiosity. Always singe your ends. Rubber bands are your friend. I don't do them tight. I just do two so it stays together. As you can see, I have not been taking my own advice. Sometimes I'm in a hurry. And I'm measuring against the actual thing. So you just want it the same width. And while that may seem wasteful, putting it into the seam, it also means I don't have to finish the ends and they're not going to fray inside the bag. So that's why I always cut my zips to be sewn into the seams. Obviously, if they were metal, I would not do that. I also don't love metal zips. They're extra fiddly and I can't be bothered. That's the truth. Can't be bothered. Purchasing an industrial machine. So a walking foot is definitely better for bags if you want to do like a lot of all vinyl and all leather bags because they can do the thickest stuff. I got this machine because I also like to sew clothing, and walking feet, in my opinion, are not designed for that. Too thick. Too thin, sorry. Do you need software to work the embroidery machine normally? So the software just helps you see it on the computer because that's where I store my millions of designs. I have 3 websites I mainly buy from. Now, obviously, I will go and buy other things if they've got what I need, but mostly Urban Threads, Embroidery Library, which is owned. So Embroidery Library owns Urban Threads. It's like a subdivision with a separate website. And String Theory Fabric Art. She does like awesome like fandom-y stuff. Alright, so this one's got more brown, so this one's gonna have the red zip, and this one's got more of the turquoise, so that one's gonna have the cream zip. That's how I've just made that arbitrary decision. It's fine. That's okay, Cindy. I am still got ages to go. I'm making 2 things at once. Because this is what I wanted to do today. And you guys just get to watch. And you're welcome to leave whenever. It's just like a chat day. Really? It's pretty much just that. A chat day. Get back through the first one. I could have just done black. I don't like just doing black. I feel like that's unimaginative on my behalf. And I can do better. So I do use black zips, I'm not going to lie. I do use a lot of black, but when another colour is a better option, I tend to use that one instead. Because that's kind of the point, right? So I'm now just stitching around all of it. This is a few layers, but it's not too thick for the machine. It can handle it fine. Zip it up. Stitch it up. See, you didn't need us to decide on the zippers. Well, I mean, if you had it all universally said I only like cream, I would have done cream. I wouldn't have done one each. But you guys were both very divided. So I listened to your advice and I did both. And that is starting to look super freaking awesome. I like it. I had to miss it. What are the embroidery sites you like to use? So I use embroiderylibrary.com, urbanthreads.com. They used to do a lot. They've gone a little bit more mainstream lately. They used to be like really edgy and do like steampunk and lots of skulls and stuff. I have found that they do less of that now, but some of their designs are still pretty cool. They do a lot of the glow-in-the-darks like designs too, so it looks one way in the light, and then when it glows in the dark, it's got like this whole sub thing going on. That's pretty cool. So Urban Threads, and the other one's called String Theory Fabric Art. She has a Facebook group. Once she reaches every 10,000 members, she does a sale, which is cool. She does weekly or monthly drops or whatever it is. So every Monday or whatever, however she works it, she does like all these cool new designs. Ta-da! Well, I started doing videos because everybody was broke during COVID and I was bored. It's literally why I started doing this. So everybody stopped buying my stuff, which means I had no orders to sew. And I was just like, how hard can it be? And here we are. I remember when I used to have not enough subscribers to do a live. Because you have to get to 1,000 before you're allowed, like YouTube lets you do live videos. Look at me now, I've nearly got 10,000. So I've already got a few designers on board for giveaways for when I reach 10,000. I'm also sitting here trying to decide what pattern to create for the free 10,000 pattern thing. I am undecided. I don't know. I'm going to be giving away a set of tassel templates, a set of zipper templates. There's going to be heaps of cool stuff when we get there. And yes, this will be worldwide. So if you live somewhere remote that's obviously not Australia, I will still send the templates. I'll be giving away a few of my patterns, some other patterns, some waterproof canvas. I'm gonna, when I move, because I don't necessarily want to start now, I'm gonna start making up kits for all of my patterns. So if you want to make a whippersnapper, I will just make a kit of everything that you need in it, except the zipper tape, because obviously that's personalized. There you go, that's the cream version. I don't know which one I like more, actually. There you go, string theory fabric art is someone's favorite. Okay, I know you guys love lives. My issue with lives is I get sidetracked. Look how, we've been going an hour and a half and I still haven't finished these. Because I'm too busy chatting. So if you've come here, if you come to the lives to see me sew, it's not really what's going on. All right, make sure your zippers are open, people. And then we're just going to use lots of clips. So all the rest of the hardware is for the straps, which I think is kind of cool. And I'd also like to thank, if anybody is watching this and just went and bought a pattern, my phone comes up saying I've sold something. So if that's you, I do appreciate it. When people buy my patterns, I can pay my bills and then I can keep making patterns. That's pretty much how it goes. Is anybody here not on Facebook and so therefore hasn't seen the wench wallet? Does anybody want to see it? Because I did a banana one last night because I'm funny. I'm actually going to make 4 banana ones. I know you guys love live, but it also doesn't help that, like, around the world is so many different times and people keep missing me. Right. See, because I know some people on here don't have Facebook, which is a bit of a bummer because most of what I'm telling people is pictures and not videos. I will get up and get my banana wallet in a second because it's all the way over there. And hubby's not here to get it anymore. He had to go to work. So my next pattern is called Wench. And the one after that, I can't decide if I'm going to call it Hussy or Trollop. But I know what I'm designing. So that's like the weekend's problem. I might start doing it then. Also, I got flagged for using the word wench on Facebook. I have sent them a message saying that it's the name of my next pattern and could they please stop flagging the word. And it hasn't been flagged since. So maybe they actually listened, which would be awesome because I don't want my Facebook group to shut down because I called my pattern something. Because I have used much worse words than wench. I've seen the wench, but I want to see the banana one. So, okay, I went to Spotlight and I went and bought a whole bunch of those short rolls of vinyl that you can get. They're called, they're vinyl, but they're pre-cut and they're little. So I went and bought a bunch of them to make wench wallets. That's literally my thing. I'm theoretically going to do a market in August at like a horse show. So this is why you're seeing a lot of horse stuff at the minute. I'm trying to get some stock up. And I'm also trying to get through my fabric. I have too much fabric. Even though I just went and bought more. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. So I went and bought all this vinyl to make the wench wallets. And I bought a lot of like fun clearance funky stuff. And I've actually cut most of what I purchased out already. All right, let me go get the winch wallet. So this is wench in bananas. I should call it bananas for wenches. But anyway, so this is the new pattern. It's now got a slip pocket. The original didn't, and you all wanted one, so here we are. It's got a press stud here. So I'm using the 201 press studs like this. So then you can put, if you've got a phone, you can put the phone in there. And then it's got another press stud here, and it opens out to have 18 card slots, which is a lot. And then it's got 2 zipper pockets. So the other reason for this is having that there is now the zippers can't go all the way down, so you can't lose stuff out of your bag. I saw a lot of questions. A lot of people were circulating a photo similar to this, going, is there a pattern? Is there a pattern? And so I've made one. So it's at the testers now. And I won't release it until the testers are done. So if the testers get onto it quickly, you will get it sooner rather than later. But this is my banana. This was like $5 vinyl. And because I've got the yellow on the inside and the banana on the outside, I will get 4 wallets out of 2 rolls. You don't really get a lot. I've also got another bender wallet cut out here with bits of it. And so that will be my mini wallet. But that's the wench. It's a bit fun. It's actually it's really easy, but it is time consuming because there are 18 card slots. That bit takes as long as the whole rest of the bag because there's so many card slots. I will be doing acrylic template pieces for this. I've already got them started with my template guy. And there's going to be one so that you can just put it'll literally be a template piece. So you put it against the stitches and then just mark the other end, and it will mark all of the flat pieces for you to make it a bit quicker. Because currently I have to measure them all. But anyway, that is wench. Wench will be out when it's out. I will try and get it done before the 1st of next month. Because I know we all don't like to wait for things, and I understand impatience. I am impatient. But the testers need to test the pattern and make sure I haven't misspelled things. It is important to have a good pattern, or you'll be mad that it's written wrong. Bye, Renee. Thank you for joining us. I also try and make sure that my patterns teach you something. This is because I'm doing this for educational purposes. Even though I design stuff, I always try and have a different method or something going on in all of my patterns. So that one is teaching you the card slots. And I'm all about the press studs in that one. So this one was all about grommets. And that one's all about the press studs. And the card slots. So at the moment we're making whippersnappers. Isn't it fabulous? It's obviously inside out. I did think about an ID pocket. It was a thing that crossed my mind, and then I dismissed it because I just did. Because I'd have to alter the whole size of everything to make it go all the way down so that you can actually see what's in the slip, the clear pocket. But if you wanted to hack the pattern, you could just cut. See, the problem is, right? That's there. So then you would have to move all of it up to have the window here. Then you'd have less pockets on one side, which I suppose is fine. But because this exists here, you couldn't have your card slot here because they're on both sides because they have to match. And if you get them too close to the edge, you're likely to stitch them. So I did think about doing the card slots, and that's why the clear pocket one, that's why I didn't. But you would just make like half the amounts of card slots and put it here. You could just start it up more. You could hack the pattern. That's why I didn't do it, because other things are in the way. So the base was on lockdown. I don't actually find out why half the time. I can go and ask the guards at the front gate, and sometimes they tell me. Last time they were on lockdown, I was about to enter base, and then they went on lockdown. I had to sit there for 45 minutes because someone had driven behind someone through the gate without like showing their ID and just drove off. So they had to lock down the base until they could find the person that drove on and make sure that they were allowed to be there. That's what happened last time. I don't know what happened yesterday, but it did mess with my... It was a few hours, I think, that we were locked down. So it messed with my postage times. So I didn't actually get to the post office yesterday, but I am going to go today. And there's no hurry because all the postage doesn't get picked up from my post office until 5:30. I have checked that to make sure that I get in on the same day. But we're fine. So that's why we're in lockdown. I don't officially know why. You're welcome, Marissa. I like teaching. Back to the start. Now this is the bit that's going to suck for me because it hurts to turn back through with my finger. I've actually heard it like 3 times during this video. I'm just trying to ignore it. Before I turn it, zigzag scissors. Is that, I don't know what, I don't know the US state shorthand states, basically. You got too many of them for me to remember, and geography was never really my thing. I'm guessing Missouri? Mississippi? I don't know. I don't know what they stand for. Michigan. There you go. I wasn't even close. So I don't guess these things. I don't know. I love my interfacing rack. It is the best thing that I have made myself. I also have a similar one, which is where all of the stuff that I sell lives, so that they're all like protected and nice. But it's not against the table because I don't have room for that. That would make it very easy though. If I could just, you know, pull it off and cut it for you guys. So you don't have to use zigzag scissors, guys. You don't have to use them, but they are awesome. And these are the Fiskars ones because, again, spring-loaded, and your thumb doesn't live in a spot. So the reason I like Fiskars scissors, right, is when you're cutting like this, your thumb gets sore. When I worked at Spotlight, we have to use like the red version of these scissors, and I got blisters around Christmas time because there was so much cutting. Right? So your thumb has to go in there. These are really good for cutting thicker stuff, but because these are spring-loaded, your thumb's not in anything. And that's why I like them. They open themselves up, so you're not straining your hand as much, and your thumb doesn't get sore because it's not shoved in a loop. Me too, and I'm from the US. Well, that makes me feel better. SPG for card file slots. No, but I am doing acrylic templates for them. My tester ones are on the way. They should be here this week, which I'm super excited about. Because I have a lot of card slots to cut. Look at that! You guys could all, like, organize your own retreat. You all live near each other. Alright, I need my turning stick. This is my flute cleaner. This is my pokey stick. Chopsticks are not my friend. I push chopsticks through seams. It is bad. This thing, because it's thicker, doesn't go through seams, but pushes everything out nice, lovely. Nice and lovely. That was terrible English. I love my flute cleaner. I actually know that a few of you have gone and bought flute cleaners for the same purpose as mine. I love it. Helps out the music industry and helps you turning. See, how badass does the logo look on the back? Super cool. Makes the back more exciting. Now, I know a few of you have been putting zippers on the back, which is cool if you need to carry stuff that you don't need to access. The problem is it's against you, so you can't access that pocket. It would be something that you don't need to touch the whole time that you're out. A few hours isn't so bad. My nearest fabric shop is pretty much an hour away, like a big one. There's a little one in town, but they don't have half the stuff I need most of the time. It's amazing. Do you love your flute cleaner as much as I love mine? Are you finding like you push it on the seams, it does wonderful things? I do. I love it. Okay. That's that done. My finger only hurts a little bit. I will be fine. It's also drink time because I've been talking for 2 hours. Alright, if you're happy and you know it, close your pocket. Well, if I ever come to the US for whatever reason, I will let you all know and you guys can organize your own workshop and I'll just pop up for the day. Promise. If I ever come to the US for like work or like a really long holiday, I will spend a whole day at a workshop, but you guys have to organize it. That is my deal. Right? And you can organize one of my patterns and we'll sew one of my patterns and I'll come teach you in person in something ridiculous, I'm sure. I will wear the most fabulous, ridiculous clothes. But I'm not organizing all these things because I wouldn't even know where to start. That's why, it's half the reason that we're having the sewing thingy here. That deal also applies to anyone in America if I ever end up going over there for like a while or if hubby gets posted overseas or whatever. If you guys organize it, I will come. Doesn't have to be in Michigan. It could be wherever. Alright, we are going to top stitch. We are nearly finished. Kind of. We're still going to put on all the grommets and all the hardware, but whatever. Nevada. Nevada. Isn't that like Las Vegas? That'd be cool. And then there's a few people in my group from Las Vegas. Or Nevada, specifically. Whatever. I am making 2 because, you know, chain sewing. You guys need to get on to chain sewing if you don't do it already. It is fabulous. Right, so before I start, actually, I haven't used these in a while on camera. I do use them quite a lot off. They are smooth pliers. Oh, I could go for a horse riding day. Love horse riding. I actually kind of want to go today. There's a good chance that that's going to happen after I go and do the postage, which will be after this video. I'll do the postage and then go out to the horse because it's sunny outside. So even if it's freezing, I'll just layer up with clothes and go for a horsey ride. I love my horse. He's so cool. There's a couple of Americans on base, actually. There was a lady, Jamie. She just went back. She's actually, she's so cool. She went to, I think it was Walmart or Joann's or somewhere, and she was, like, took photos of all the fabric on the wall and let me buy whatever I want, and then I just transferred her the money. Because they had, like, cool stuff that I can't get, like Moana and Lilo and Stitch And I think I got some Jack Skellington. I think I spent like $70. Whatever, it's fine. Right, so I've squished that seam where the pocket sits because that's the thickest part of the bag, right? Because of the outer pocket and then the back and that and everything. So by squishing it with my pliers, it's now flatter, and that should now go through a domestic machine if I was inclined to set it up, which I am not right now. See, the thickest part. I don't feel like snapping a needle, so I'm going to slow down. If you're in a domestic and you're finding it difficult to sew, either Teflon tape the bottom of your foot or get a walking foot. Generic ones are fine, as long as it fits your machine. And your machine doesn't hate generic things. Some get temperamental. No, I'm not as loved in Australia, I don't think. Everybody loves what they not need. No, that's a lie. I reckon I will sell my 8 spots in my sewing lesson to people in Melbourne and surrounding suburbs. I'm actually really excited to do workshops. I get to teach and have like a two-way conversation. Right. I would love to visit Australia. It's pretty cool. I've travelled all over Australia. It's funny. Different places have very different accents. Like, very different. Which is probably why that guy that one time told me that I was lying about my accent. It's fake, and I'm faking it. This is never, so this is the knob, this is the pressure foot. So if I screw it down, the foot pushes down more. And if I screw it up, it doesn't put as much pressure, which means things can glide through easier. And this is blue tacked to my machine. It is a, like, crystal skull that was given to me. It's got, like, teeth and stuff. And I just blue tack it on there because it's cool. See? I hope that answered your question. And the pictures behind me, I know this just looks like a pentagram. It is, but there's red when you get closer to it. And it's actually one of the symbols from Supernatural because I love the Supernatural series. And then I've got Lord of the Rings climbing a mountain. I've got a fancy, like, sugar skull horse, and then just a skull. Because I know that's one of my big questions. People always want to know what the symbols are behind my desk. It's just movies I like. So I'm just using my fingers to kind of get the fabric all the way to the edge because it is quite soft. It's quite easy to work with this stuff. So I'm just rolling that seam out with my finger. I did push it out with the flute cleaner before. I know I should call it a turning stick, but I don't know. My brain wants to call it flute cleaner. So that's what it was first. And the top stitching isn't like 100% necessary if you don't want to do it. I just like it. Boom. We're not finished. But we're nearly finished. Does it make you feel any better? We are nearly finished. So this is my box of all the different dyes that I've got for my machine because I'm ridiculous. It's fine. Oh. Okay. So we need a hole punch one for the grommets. Knuckles is good. He's sleeping on my bed right now. Lazy shit. I actually let him walk Jesse and myself to daycare this morning. He's very excited. He loves going for any walk ever. You say the word walk and he goes mental. I'm surprised he's not here right now, actually. Oh. Also just occurred to me, I swore in this video. That was not ideal. You're not meant to do that. Facebook gets cranky. Or YouTube gets cranky. Okay. Let's punch some holes. So I have to stand up for this. Because I put my weight on it. My accountant secretary is from Australia. That's cool. Alright. Squish. So this cuts the perfect size hole for the grommets we're using. When you buy from Green Beans, they send you both. I know it doesn't look like it, but it did actually tear through all of that. Gloriously well, I might add. So I got my holes. Next one. Now that I don't have to like measure and manually cut these, it is definitely more fun. My finger's not brilliant. It does hurt. I am going to go stupidly horse riding with it sore. I'm just going to wear gloves. It'll be fine. Finger's not going to stop me from doing fun stuff. It only stopped me for like a day of sewing, and then I went and did other sewing related things anyway. I did cutting. I do actually swear a lot in like real life, so please don't be like shocked if that happens when you meet me, if you ever meet me. I try to behave myself on camera. I can not swear, but it does take like my brain an extra second. And obviously I just slipped. Okay, I'm gonna put the other bits back in as I'm finished because I'm going to need that later. Plead the fifth. Isn't that like you're right not to incriminate yourself or something? I don't know. Say nothing so you don't incriminate yourself. I think that's what that is. Alright, my other one. And then my rivets, my grommets. So you're also going to notice that a few of my patterns will use the same like grommets or dies or press studs or whatever. And that is because if I have convinced you to go and buy it, I want it to be more useful for more than just one pattern because that feels excessive. So like my siren bag, I did a video the other day. So you can use grommets on the siren. You can use grommets on the vixen, not the vixen, the gypsy. I do stuff. Oh, it just died. I don't know what just happened then. It just froze or whatever. I really like how this has come out. I reckon these are going to sell pretty quick. I'm actually going to get my mate to come over and like model it on her leg for me. It's going to make it way easier because I can't take a selfie of it on my leg very well. I have tried. Alright. So that's that one done. So that's the thing, right? So if you love this pattern with the eyelets, at least if you buy the eyelets and you like some of my other patterns, you will get used, for this size, I use on 3 of my patterns so far. You can use these on. So it's not just the one bag, because that feels wasteful to me. It really does. So like, the hard press studs I'm using on this are the same ones I'm using on the wench wallet, so that your money won't just easily fall out. So I am doubling up on anything I think that I've accidentally convinced you to buy. I will use it more than once, I promise. I can genuinely promise that. Except obviously like templates. If you get acrylic templates from me, they're obviously for a specific bag. But you're obviously not going to buy them unless you plan on making a fair few of them. So, you know. So I'm nearly finished with the grommets. I don't know what the huge difference is between grommets and eyelets. I think it gets to a certain size and it changes from eyelets to grommets. But whatever. So that's that done. Oh, I say a lot of the C-bomb. I'm bad. But never on camera, because that is, I know swearing offends some people, which is another reason why I don't do it. I'm not here to offend people. I'm here to stay, like, neutral. I will do, how about my next one, because I'm going to keep making more of these. My next one, I'll do a sewing candy on how to install grommets with, like, up close. You don't see my head. You're right next to the machine. I can do that. That's not a problem at all. I'll also do one for the rivet magnets, because I went and bought a few more of those die sets. For anyone that was begging me to get more, I got more. Alright, the rest of the hardware and my straps. I usually only make one of most of the videos of other people's patterns, because I'm doing it for the video, I sell that bag, and then I move on. I do make a lot of my own patterns though. It's not necessarily because I like them more, but it's because I design them to do what I need them to do. So I guess maybe it is because I like them more. So I have 2 types of magnets. So you know, like the magnets for your, like, snap magnets for the inside of your bags and things. I now sell 2 types. I sell the normal ones with prongs, and I now have some that you can use and they rivet on. So you get like a nice accent rivet on the back if you want to piece through all the layers. I do actually need to do a video, so I'll do a sewing candy video about how to install them, and I'll use them on a project. I just need to find one coming up. But rivet magnets. So I imported some dies because you guys were all struggling to find them. So I have done that for you. What's the sewing machine next to my kitchen? Huh? What? So this one machine, you just buy different dies to do different things. So this is my hole punch die. And then this is the same machine, I just have two of them. And this one is my rivet die. And then I've got rivet magnets. I've got eyelets or grommets. I've actually got two sizes. So I've got 6mm and 12mm. I've got the hole punches for all of those things. I actually recently just bought a new one because I'm ridiculous, and they do like pointy rivet studs. So this is my box of dies. I have quite a few. I don't always use them in videos though, because I don't want you to feel like I'm pressuring you into buying everything. I buy them because I want them. I'm not trying to go, hey, now you need to buy this to make this. So I try not to do that to you, but I do use a lot of them a lot of the time. Those, the press stud cone ones, I'm going to do a skull bag covered in like spikes. So that's why I bought that. And I may do it in a video, but I'm not trying to go, hey, you need to buy all these things, because most of them I don't even sell anyway. So it's not me trying to push it on you. But if you want to, okay, so for example, embroidery machines. I know I've convinced a lot of people to get them because they're awesome, but you can make things without them. However, if you are sitting here currently wondering, should I get an embroidery machine or buy metal tags, my advice would be embroidery machine, because even if you only got a machine that has a 5x7 hoop, which the bigger the hoop, the more expensive the machine. So if you just got the cheapest, like second smallest hoop, you could still do that, but then decorate bags with embroidery. So cost for money, I would go embroidery machine over metal tags. That's just me. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So I'm now just installing all of my straps. These, I actually bought these and then decided I didn't want to put them on the website. So I just have a lot of antique bronze where the slider moves. I actually kind of prefer sliders that don't move. I think they look nicer, which is why I don't stock these ones. But because I bought them because I was going to, I now have to use them all. They're not dodgy in any way. I just personally like the look of the other ones better. So I have like, I don't know, 30 of these I have to use up. I really do ramble. I know that because, okay, I'm rambling because I'm sitting in a room by myself. I'm talking to myself out loud. Anyone else would think I'm crazy. Yeah, so I started off with a handheld one for like plastic snap tabs, and it sucked. My hand hurt lots. I donated it to like some old ladies that were making quilts for children or whatever. I was like, here, have this. It wasn't for me. Even though these cost like $50 or whatever they are, I still think they're worth it just for the scent, like just for my hand. Because in this video, I know I've made 2 items. So I've made 2 items and I have used this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 32 times. Or thereabouts, right? I have squished this down 32 times in this video. Well, between the 2 of them. That's a lot of hand squishing. Just saying. So I know I'm making 2, but like on this one, you punch the hole, then you put that in. You do the other one, you punch the hole, you put it in. That goes for everything. So every single thing that I've installed with this, I've also had to punch a hole first. So I've had to use it twice per thing. That's a lot. Do you have to buy separate dies for the different size grommets? Yes. But I don't use all the sizes. I just use 12 mil, and it works. Just use the one size, problem solved. So this one, if I'm struggling, I stand up. Otherwise, I grab it like this and pull down. So you'll notice a lot of my videos, I'm squishing it like this. I'm not on top pushing, I'm actually pulling because I find it easier on my arm. So pulling is easier than pushing in this particular instance, which is why I sit and I do it this way. Because when I need to stand up, I'm not going to not do it because I'm on camera. I will stand up if I need to. So when I'm punching grommet holes, I will stand up and push my body weight because quite often I'm cutting through like 4 layers of vinyl. So I will put my body weight on it. When doing rivets and stuff, I will pull it like this. And I'm not sore. I'm never sore. I do this a lot. No. Slide her on. It's amazing. It's amazing the difference that I found between this and the handheld one. But if you're just making like little pouches, if you're not like big into bags, you just want to make little pouches and put the occasional rivet in, the hand one will be fine for you if you don't have arthritis. So it's relative, like, depends on how much sewing you're doing. This is a big investment if you only sew like 3 bags a year. A ban mum from my channel if she starts spilling all my secrets. Not that I have a lot, but still. I've recently discovered this band called Larrikin Poe. They do like cool bluesy covers of songs. And I was listening to it right before this, and it's been playing in my head this entire time. So that if you're in Australia, dyes for plastic snacks you can get from Green Beans. Or you can look on eBay. I've actually been trying to find those cool key fob plates. So I could put them on my website. There's a lady somewhere that has some in Australia. But I also don't really make a lot of key fobs. It's not really, I don't know. I just don't really use them. So I haven't really tried. Like I've tried, but not insanely hard. There we go. We're done, by the way, guys. Ugh. Let me put them all together and show you the finished result. So we should have 2 long and 2 short straps. And we put the long one at the top because that's where your waist is, obviously. That is true. You can always sell it if you find it's not for you. Facebook is great for that kind of stuff. All right. So the reason I got in these swivel clips is because they fit really well on my grommets. Because I used to have a different style. And you know what? They didn't work out for this pattern. So I stopped getting them in. So that's one with the cream. And then this one with the red. So because they've got the patterns in the different spots, they do actually look quite a bit different. Because this one I've put this up here. And then this one's got the horses running. And the horses are going in like the opposite direction and stuff. So I don't think we did too bad. 2 hours and 10 minutes to make 2 of these and chat a lot and get sidetracked even more. I think I did all right. Yeah, I can't find them around here either. I have been trying to get the plates because if I can get the plates in for you guys to purchase. I'll go and buy the key fobs in all the 6 hardware colors that I stock. I've also been, that's another thing. I finally found my Love Heart zips in antique bronze. So we're going to have all 6 colors of them too. I'm trying to basically just get everything I stock in all 6 colors. We'll see how we go. But yeah. So anyway, these are going to go up on my website after I take photos, after I get off here. And then I'm probably going to go horse riding because it's 10:30. It's a good time to go. It's not too hot, not too cold. And then I'll probably come home and start on the new design. Or I might go make more banana wallets. Because banana wenches. Because I just think that that's really cute. I don't know. This is currently I'm carrying the green version without the slip pocket because it was the first one. So I'm actually carrying this wallet now. This is my new wallet. And I'm carrying Floozy. Because I only design stuff I want. Just so you guys all know that. I can't get bubble canvas in green. I have asked them to do other colors. They're not interested. I'm still trying to find tan, navy, and yellow in waterproof canvas. I'm going to see if I can try and get it in the thinner stuff, like the pink. So my pink and grass green are thinner. They're more like 200 instead of 300 or around that number. So I'm going to try and get those colors in the lighter stuff because I just can't get them in the 3. And I also don't really want 600. I think that's going to be too thick. That's like what they make tents out of. Like good tents. So I don't think I'm going to get that in. That can be somebody else if they want to. If I could get it in green, we all know that I would. I'm actually going to see if I can get Chaco pens in green because it's just my thing. I love the waterproof canvas. It's easy to work with and you don't have to interface it. So you save yourself 10 minutes a pattern at least because you don't have to fuse the interfacing to it. And you also save money. And it's waterproof. Well, it's water resistant technically because where you sew is obviously perforating the fabric. But you can if you need it to be waterproof, you can combat that by like rubbing wax and stuff all over it. So there are ways to actually make it waterproof. But the fabric doesn't leak, so that's always good. But yeah, so I think that's me done. Green is my favorite. I do sell 3 shades of green waterproof canvas. I have got neon green, which I think is like a really fun green, personally. I've got grass green, and I've got light green. I didn't do that deliberately. I've also got 2 shades of blue. 3 shades of like grays. I basically order all the colors I can, guys, in waterproof canvas. I am still hunting for someone that will make me navy. And yellow. They're harder to get than you think. Thank you, Roberta. I really like these. I think they've come out great. I reckon they're going to sell either today or the second that I go to this market with all the horsey people. And the logo on the back, right? I just think it looks good. It's subtle, but it's not. So it's just little and down the bottom, and it's on the back of the bag. So it's not like in your face on the front, but it also makes the back look more exciting. And you can put a pocket here. I know a lot of people have been putting pockets. You just can't access it while you're wearing it. So if you've got something that you won't need so much, but you need to carry with you, make a back pocket. One more thing I wanted to tell you about. Wait there. Don't leave. Because I'm super excited about this. It showed up today. I got templates today, and I'm excited. I'm coming. So, in my Floozy templates that you can get, I have actually made the Tory pocket as a template. I'm thinking I might offer this separately if you just wanted to buy the Tory pocket, but it's literally the 8x12 with the card slot thing already there. I know it's really hard to see because it's clear, but you get the idea. So this is officially a Tory pocket template because I use this in a lot of other people's bags because it's close enough to that size and it's a good size pocket. I don't know how much it is. I don't know off the top of my head. I've got it. So for Floozy, you can purchase just the pattern pieces that I've created without a fold, or you can buy a set that's got all the rectangles you need to cut as well. And because it's got a Tory pocket, there's a Tory pocket in it. So it is in the Floozy full set, but I will offer the Tory pocket as an individual template. I will get onto that today and put it up. I'll figure out how much it is individually, and then I will put it up so you can just buy the Tory pocket, because this is my most cut pocket. It comes in all of my bags. All of my bags have a Tory pocket. Seriously, all of them. I also used it yesterday in the Sugar and Spice. My zipper pocket was a Tory pocket. Most people's bags. The Siren has a Tory pocket. 2 Tory pockets. I call it the Tory pocket because I've decided this is my size. Because I had to call it something, right? So it's called the Tory pocket. But yes, I will sell this separately so that if you want to buy a pocket template, it is done. This bag, okay, I'll put it on again because it's the end of the day. So this is a hip bag, so it attaches literally to your hip. So strap it to the side of you like this, and this is why we use so the vinyl's pliable around your body too. How's that? I fluked it so it pretty much fits me perfectly. And then this bottom strap goes around your leg like that. Obviously, I need to tighten that one. That one's too loose. So when you're walking your dog or riding your horse, it's attached to you like this. And then because this is tight enough, so you can have this as tight as loosely as you want, it won't flap around while I'm like trotting or whatever. But if you don't like the leg strap for whatever you're doing, you can just take it off and have it without it. You don't have to have the leg strap on. It just, I don't think it sits as nice. But you can just, you know, like hang it there. If you prefer it there, you take the bottom strap off and you can just wear it as literally a hip bag. So it's great for festivals. It's great for if you walk your dog because you can put dog treats in it and the doggy toilet bags. I use it for horse riding, motorbike riding, especially if you're the passenger. You don't want like a giant bag flopping around. And you can, I know it's not advised, but you can fit cigarettes in the front pocket for those that still carry cartons of cigarettes. The press stud that I've used means that it won't come open while you're on a motorbike doing 100 k's an hour. That's why I use them, so it can be used for either things. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I love them. I do sell quite a few of them. I'm going to hopefully, I reckon I'm going to sell at least 30 of these if I end up going to the market. Although the things that I've been making this week seem to just be sold a lot, so they're not lasting until I get there. So if I don't have enough stock, I won't actually do the market thing if it all sells beforehand. But I'm cool with whatever. I don't know. I've never tried it as a backpack. Let's try it, because that's never occurred to me. Would you believe it? Never occurred to me. Now, the strap's obviously different size, so you may need to make true the same size if you were going to make it a backpack, but let's try. I'm curious now. I'd never thought of that. Alright, so that's one vertical one. Ow! Ow! Just hurt my finger. A lot. So all my patterns that are $8. $8 Australian, which apparently works out to $6.49 American, because someone told me that the other day. They look about even. Let's try it as a backpack, shall we? Oh, I definitely need to adjust those straps. I'm getting there. You know what? It totally does work as a backpack. Look at that. I'm going to look at myself here. I don't know if you can see. Look at that. Backpack. Ha! That is a brilliant suggestion. I'm going to market it like that. That is cool. It's obviously just a mini backpack, but still a very cool idea. Yeah, I work from home too. This is currently my work today. But anyway, that's fine. I like it as a backpack. That's a very cool suggestion, people. All right, I think that's everything I wanted to show you today. Oh, I can show you some rivet magnets. I have a giant bag of them here. So, when you buy one magnet, you will get 2 rivet ends and a magnet. So it's just a normal magnet there, but you rivet it on instead of putting the post through and bending it. How cool is that? And then when you squish it, if you squish through all the layers, you can have this popping out the top and you get like a nice rivet accent on the other side. I am going to make another strumpet and I'll use it in the next strumpet that I do. So rivet magnets, super cool. But you do need a special die for them. I don't know how many I've got left on my website. I think there's 2 or 3. If you type in rivet magnet, the die is in there with all of the magnets. So instead of having to bend them, because I find it hurts my finger. So I don't know how you guys go. You might be fine with it. It hurts my finger to be bending magnets all the time. Which is why I don't like to make too many back-to-back wallets that need them, because it literally hurts my finger. Whereas rivets, the machine does it all. That is really cool as a backpack idea. I had never ever thought of that. You're very clever. Love it. Yes, so I will be selling the Tory pockets separately. I will get onto that. It will be up by the end of the day. So when I do the prices of these, the price includes express post within Australia and standard international shipping. So because it's standard, it will not show up in 3 days, guys, overseas. It takes a couple of weeks, depending on COVID and how many flights and all that kind of stuff. Everything is tracked so that I can see when it arrives to you. So when you go to purchase this, you just put in your address and then you will get it. So express is automatically in for Australians and standard international shipping for Americans, because there's only like $2 to $3 difference. So I just cop that charge. I'm okay with that. Templates. I need so much help with store-bought patterns. I get nauseated looking at them. I love clothing. I love making clothes. But I do see what you mean. Some of the patterns are written really weird. What do you do? I need to start doing more clothes. I know that. But tomorrow, I'm really, really hoping I can prep Goddess of the Sea and do that. But I'll try for next week to do some of my clothes so I can free up some of my drawers. And then make more whippersnappers. Yes. Right. I'm going to go so I can go horse riding. I'm going to get out of my fluffy pants and everything. But yeah, I hope this was somewhat informative. I mean, we covered this and then we got sidetracked with like everything else, which is fine. I don't mind. That's why I do lives. We get sidetracked very easily. Because you can ask questions in real time, so I can show you. But yeah, so if you want to buy Floozy, you can buy Floozy with all the pattern pieces. So all of the pattern squares and everything that you need will come in Floozy with all pieces. Otherwise, you can buy Floozy that's just got the standard bits, but nothing's on the fold. So you get the full length. You don't have to cut anything on the fold for them. And then I will sell this separately if you don't want to buy all the Floozy bits. You can just have a Tory pocket. You can have Tory pocket, zipper swatches, and tassel things. So templates are not sent from my house. I get the guy that makes them for me. He only makes templates for me. He is, I assume, retired or semi-retired, or it's a hobby for him. I'm not sure which. But he will only make them for me and my patterns. And he is so on the ball with it. If I message him in the morning, most of the time they're done by the night, unless he's like out and about, which is totally understandable. I don't expect him to be that quick. He just is. So he is amazing, but they come directly from his house to your house, but he puts my return address on them. So if there's any issues, they'll come back to me so that I know about it. Yeah, so they come directly from him. So when you guys buy templates and then let's say waterproof canvas, it won't come in one package because it's not coming from one location. You will get them separately, but you pay for the postage of the template in the price of the template. And then my calculation for my shipping happens for the rest of the stuff. So that's not something you have to worry about. I already anticipated that, which is why I've put the price into them for people that wanted to buy lots of stuff at once and put it on Afterpay or whatever. Yeah. I can't draft clothes patterns. I just saw that comment. I can't do them myself. It's not a skill that I have ever been taught or learned or felt like learning. I will just buy a pattern when they're on sale for $6 and make peace. I can make alterations. I can Frankenstein this pattern with those sleeves and that skirt and put it all together, but I can't draft a pattern from thin air. I can't look at a picture and go, I'm going to make that. It is not a skill that I have. I can do it with handbags if I've got measurements, but I can't do it with clothes. The Tory pocket, I'm constantly nagging about it, so I thought it might be a good idea to have a template. And my piece that I was using is actually just like a piece of acrylic we cut with a jigsaw, but it kind of also bowed, which very much annoyed me. So one thing I am going to do to these templates is I bought these stickers from Spotlight. They are literally 4 rulers. They're to help it grip. So I'm literally just going to go around on all my templates and stick on, probably just 2 on this, and this will stop it slipping on the fabric. Now these are expensive, but they're a necessary evil because I'll never take them off, and now that won't slip when it sits on the fabric because of those 2 little rubber circles. So basically they're just sticky rubber circles. I'm sure if I look online I can find them cheaper than Spotlight. I might do that because I want to put them on all my pattern pieces. But yeah, these are really, really helpful, especially when cutting your waterproof canvas because it is a little bit slippery. So they're little like rubber stoppy things. Actually, I might see if I can get them in 4 years. I reckon I probably can. And I definitely reckon they'll be cheaper than Spotlight. Yeah, alright. I think I have covered everything. Alright, I'm going to go horse riding after I put these on the website, and they might sell while I'm on the horse. Actually, and I have to pack all the orders because I've been watching and you guys are buying stuff while I'm chatting. So I will go and pack all of the orders and do it now, go horse riding, and then I'm going to come home and, I don't know, either do another video or prep Goddess of the Sea or start designing the next pattern. I'm really not sure. I'll just go with the flow. It's cool. Alright guys, see you later.